live stream. Today we'll just be doing a quick run through setting up the ChatGPT, kind of check out what's going on today. We had a nice breakdown yesterday, right after the live stream, pretty much. So if you got into that, nice job. But yeah, we'll just head right into it. So head on over to TradingView. You can see that breakdown here. So you got that started to kind of break up when we were doing the live stream, and then we saw that massive candle down, and then it just continued for the rest of the day. You got the breakdown, retest of the breakdown, and continuation right here. So if you got in on that trade, pretty much text box, battle box right there. So nice job if you got into it. But we're gonna just head straight into setting it up. I'm probably gonna have to get off the stream a little bit early today. So we'll try to get the battle box and everything kind of done by around like 8:25 or so. But yeah, let's just jump into it, I guess. So we'll head on over to ChatGPT. I'm going to start up the market review. And if you've been here before, that means we need to get a couple different things. We got to get the 4, the 1, 15, and 5 minute screenshots. If you have a quad view, it's the easiest way to do it, but most people don't. So if you don't have quad view, I'll show you how to do that. Then we got the FRBP levels. We'll get those too, 30-minute high and low, and then we'll get a new screenshot. So yeah, we'll head on over to TradeView right here. Go to our 4-hour. And this is the one we're going to start with. So I'll just double click. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the live stream lines that I have on here. Make sure all of my indicators are all autoed, and then just double click over here if you don't know how to do that, and then we'll go ahead and do a screenshot. So we'll just key shift and S if you're on Windows, and then we'll just grab the whole screen and throw it right into our ChatGPT battle box, and then we'll do the next one. 1 hour, same thing. Just screenshot. They all should already be autoed if you did it on the 4-hour. Then we'll head to the 15-minute. Same thing here. Screenshot. And to the 5-minute. Last one. So you got all these set up still. I'll screenshot here. Sweet. So we got all our screenshots in the battle box. So the next thing is going to be those FRBP levels. So head back on to TradingView. And we got the 24-hour one first. So what we do is we go from the crosshairs over on the left all the way down to 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can click on that fixed range volume profile. That'll be what we're going to use. We're going to go to the previous day, so the 19th at 7. And I'm going to do this on the 1 hour to make it easier on myself. There we go. And then to today at 7. And those will be our 24-hour lines here. So the red is the volume very high, then orange will be the VOC, and then blue will be the VAL, or the volume very low. So we'll go down. For me, I'm just going to go down to my list, grab them, and just pull them right onto those lines. Sweet, so we got our lines all on there now. So we got our VI volume area high, our point of control, and then we got our volume area low. So now after we got those, I'm going to go ahead and close the 24-hour ones down and get out the morning ones. And then we're going to move the back line that's on 7 from yesterday, and we're going to move that to 3 o'clock this morning. And those are going to give us our 3 lines for the morning FRVP levels. I'll make sure I get these all nice and tight on there. Just like that. And we'll close those down. So we got our FRVP levels. The one thing that we will have to do too is, and I'm just going to turn them all on for this, is actually, you know what, I'm going to do them 3 at a time. So the next thing we're going to have to do is get the levels on here. So I'm going to just type, I'm going to go head on to trading view, and I'm going to type 24-hour chart right there, and then I'm going to say volume area high on the top, and then POC, and volume area low, and then I'm going to do the same thing for the morning ones. So I'm going to just grab it from right here, put it down there, then I'm going to say volume area high, POC, and then volume area low. So we're going to start the morning ones, so I'm just going to go to trading view, click on them, go to settings, and then just grab the coordinates out of here and paste it right on top of my volume area high. Shoot, I just did it. I just flipped them. My bad. Just gonna delete that number. Alright, so we got our morning ones on ChatGPT. And then now we'll just do the 24-hour ones. So I'm going to go ahead on trading view. Then I'm going to reopen my 24-hour ones. So we got them on here. And we'll just do the same thing. So copy it here, head to ChatGPT, and then post it. Copy it again here, and back and post it. Okay, so you got all those levels on there, and then the last thing we're going to get is the 30-minute range. So I'm going to go type 30 minute candle. And then I'm going to do high and a low. Wow, can't type today. So high and low. And then I'm going to go ahead and go grab that from trade view. So we're going to go to the 30-minute. We're going to go to that 7:30 candle, and then up at the top there's an H and an L. Should be like right under where it says Kubota on our stream. We'll just hit the numbers right there. So we got 113,830. That's going to be the first number. for the high, 118, 130. Then we're going to do the low. So for the low, it's going to be 113, 611. And then we got all of those on there. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to head on to cryptocraft.com. So y'all won't be able to see this, but I'm just heading to cryptocraft.com and I'm going to grab the news for today. This is what the news looks like. If you go to cryptocraft.com, you just got all of the events here, what time they are over on this side, and then you got the impact that they're going to have is right here in the middle. So it looks like we got a FOMC meeting at 1, and then blockchain synopsis for Wyoming. So we'll kind of see how those affect. That one doesn't have a time, it just says day 2, so I'm assuming that one's more of an all-day thing. But we got all our stuff in here, so we'll just hit send now. See what the VataBox says about today. So we're just going to head on to TradingView, and I'm going to talk you through what the VataBox is kind of saying here. But if you've never seen a report before, it's just the time frames here, and then you got the key levels of support, strategies that we might use, and then some news, the news risk that from the picture I sent it. Then you got execution considerations and some levels that you can put into your chart. So yeah, let's head on over to TradingView. Then to the 4 hour here. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my different levels back on there. So first thing I notice is the 4 hour is below the 200 right here, which is not a great sign for if you're hoping for it to move up. You got MACD is pretty. It's actually losing momentum. It was going bearish, and now we're kind of losing momentum, kind of looking like we're gonna flip. We got RSI down on the lower end of the thing, almost into the oversold area, and then you got Stoches continuing to climb higher. Price rejected from the MA cluster near to 15.5, 17K, and now it's consolidating around 13.4K. Yep. So saying we reject, so here's the MA cluster that it's talking about, and then saying we're rejected down here, and then now we're kind of hanging out around 13.4. Momentum still bearish with MACD, histogram negative, and RSI sub 50 through slow. Though selling pressure suggests possible base attempt. So it's saying we're getting down low enough we could see a turn here, but have to kind of see what happens there. Then you got the 1 hour. We got our local bounce attempt at the 113.4K area. So came down, kind of tested this 24-hour volume area low, and then turned around and came up. So that could be a possible bounce there, suggesting that this 24 volume area low could be a pretty strong support level there. The MACD line is above signal, but momentum is flat. So we are bearish, but we're kind of, we are bullish, but we're kind of flattening out, almost looking the opposite from the 4 hour. It looks like we're kind of starting to show weakness in the bull side, and we're kind of going to curl down. You got the RSI was starting to show that we were going to go up, but now it's starting to break down here. So you're starting to see it kind of flattening out, and the slower or faster moving average is breaking through that slower one. So basically what ChatGPT is saying is that we got that bullish time frame intact until we get above around 114k level. 114.6k level is what it says. So really around that, I believe this is the 50. Yeah, around this 50 MA here. We'll go to the 15 minute. We got multiple rejections at 13.9 to 14k warning volume area high. So you can see rejected here, rejected here. RSI is rolling over, having a nice rollover here. Stoches are showing repeated tops failing. So you can see fail, fail, fail. So looks like we're going to continue down just based off stoches. And then you got the MACD curling downwards again after a fake bull run right there. Compressions under resistance is likely pressure testing lower. We got the 5 minute range found shot between 13.3k and 13.6k with repeated EMA crossover. We got a lot of compression right here as well. Momentum's indecisive, and we need a breakout from the micro range. So we actually, since I posted that screenshot, it's kind of breaking down a little bit more. We kind of had this range thing going here. Still not completely breaking down the range, but it is breaking down. We got some key levels, some support, possible trades. So ChatGPT, some of the trades it's looking at is saying we got a breakout trigger to run 113,998 to 114k. Confluence with the 24-hour volume area high and 1 hour resistance. So we need a 15-minute close above the volume area high and then a retest there on the 5 minute. It's also saying we could take a breakdown trade here. So if we get that breakdown below 112,855k level, the trap flush potential to 112.3k or 112k is highly likely. News alert, so we already talked about it. We got the FOMC leaning, and then that Wyoming thing. That was all day. Some things to consider when you're executing is session volume is currently normal, but compression signals chop risk until the FOMC meeting. So essentially, be careful if you're trading before or a little bit after that FOMC meeting. We got preferred execution is wait for the 15-minute confirmation beyond triggers, and that hasn't happened. I guess we did just get a 15-minute close below the volume, very low, or the breakdown on the morning trade. So we could be seeing a possible breakdown here. Price stalls between 113.6k and 114k. You treat as value chop zone. Fade edges with only tight stops. So we're not super worried about that because we can already see it's breaking down. We got afternoon micro wall. Yeah, so basically it's just saying watch out for that 1 o'clock meeting because you probably don't want to be holding anything into that. Which is, again, not financial advice. We're just here to educate y'all a little bit and hopefully help y'all learn a little bit about TA. But yeah, let's just head on into the battle plan. So we got the battle plan started. Let's see what ChatGPT has to say about the battle plan today. So if you've never seen a battle plan before, we kind of got the strategies here, different zones that we have to watch out for, times when volatility might spike, as well as like a little more things to watch out for, and then kind of the levels / like a little short summary of what's happening. So first off, we got that breakout long. So if we do get that 114K reclaim and a 15-minute close above and retest hold, we're going to be looking for 14.6K to 15.3K. If the 15-minute rejects back under the 13.9K though range, though, it's time to get out. We got a breakdown short. So, and this is I would say most likely for right now. It's saying we should wait until we get that 112.855 break range. So if we get down, if we're looking at the chart and we break down to below this 24-hour volume area low right here, break down here, get that 15-minute close below, and then a retest right up to it. Then we're going to be looking at 112.3K range, so that'd be around here to 112K range. So kind of targeting around here. We can draw that on there real fast. So if we break down here, I'm not going to worry about stop, but break down there, we'll be looking for something like that. I wouldn't put my stop that tight, but that's kind of the trade we would be looking at. The other thing that the last scenario we could be looking at is a chop fade. So if we hold inside 113.6K to 114K band, so we got that. 113.6 would be around here, and then the 114K range. So kind of our little range here that we have with the different levels from the FRVPs. If we stay inside that and you get a 5-minute flag failure out of the edge, that's where you kind of get in. So this one's a little bit more of a risky move. I probably would. I'm going to stay away from that one. But essentially, it's saying we could take a trade up and kind of get out whenever the expansion kill is greater than 3%. But I would, yeah, that's pretty advanced, really. I would probably stay away from that. It's not something I'm really worth looking at, but it is in the battle plan for today. So we got the different levels that we could be looking at. So 113.6K, 1 to 114K. So that kind of area that we were targeting. Well, not targeting, I guess. The area we're kind of like sitting in for right now. You got the 115.3K range. So that's the area we're triggering. We'd be targeting if we broke above. And then we got the 112.8 to 13K range, which is kind of that 24-hour volume area low where we're looking for a breakdown. It is saying watch out for that 1 o'clock FOMC meeting. So if you are planning on doing any trading, just watch out for that, because that could throw some volatility into the market, kind of throw it around. It should really, it should only be like 15 to 30 minutes before or after the event, but just something to watch out for. And then it's also saying that the UK CPI hotter than expected earlier. It means that there's added background risk of the USD strength. So it's biased headwind for BTC. So if the execution alignment, if the normal volume conditions, it's just saying make sure you're waiting for that 15-minute confirmation. And then if volume fades pre-FOMC, allow tactical 5-minute scalps at the edges of, say, that's another possible, like trying to trade the news, if you wanted to try that. Maintain smaller sizing into events and scale after macro clears. So if you need a little summary, the first strike is a 114K reclaim, then we'll take a long. or if we break the 112.8k range, then we'll take that short. No lanes land is kind of in between both of those, and then we want to avoid exposure through the 1 p.m. FOMC meeting. Yeah, that's really it for the stream today. That's kind of what we'll be looking at. I will try to get those levels out today. I know yesterday I wasn't able to, but I'll try to get them out today. So they should be getting posted on X pretty close after this. But yeah, y'all have a good day, and make sure you check out that daily market recap that's coming out today, as well as check us out tomorrow for the 8 p.m. live stream. We will be back then, and we'll be going over the battle box again. So if you didn't quite get it today, or if you just want to learn more about it, go ahead and check us out again tomorrow, and we'll be back here. Same thing, starting it back up again tomorrow. Yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow. Happy trading today, and watch out for that FOMC meeting. Bye, y'all.